Hello and welcome to another anime lore and theory video. I'm Shergok, your host, and today we are going to take a closer look at how Ainz will destroy Slayn, and of course, with whom, and why this battle will likely be way bigger than you think. But before we're going to take a closer look at any of this, let me quickly thank my Patreons for supporting this channel, as well as a thanks to all users of the YouTube thanks function for making one-time donations. And with that said, let's get to the topic at hand. From Slayn's perspective, something has happened that should never have happened. Not only did Ainz discover who attacked Sheltier Bloodfallen, namely the Black Scripture, in what can be seen as a reasonably justified act of self-defense, but the Sorcerer Kingdom has now been mobilized and stands on the brink of invading all of Slayn's territory. And with our current knowledge and the recent backdrop of the complete annihilation of the Kingdom of Revange, it could effortlessly turn the theocracy of Slayn into a lifeless wasteland, resembling the Katze Plain. And this raises the question of what the invasion will look like, and how the other forces in the world will respond, which will be our main focus for today. And I believe that even though Ainz is immensely angry, he won't simply zero in on a target behind enemy lines and shout, "Do you see the hordes of foes?" "Yes, Lord Ainz." "I never want to see them again." "Yes, Lord Ainz." Instead, there will be a wide range of combat tactics and strategies employed, much like those seen with the already weakened Kingdom of Revange. And these tactics will also not only come from Ainz himself, but also from the Floor Guardians and fundamentally from everyone in the command structure of the Sorcerer Kingdom. For example, considering OG Melania, who devised the idea of launching Soul Eaters, soul-devouring ghost horses, over enemy settlements in order to wipe out garrisons and supply depots, and of course cities far behind enemy lines in one fell swoop, would be such a strategy that will likely be refined and perfected during the coming conflict. And I further suspect that this conflict will expand on more than just one level. I expect that not only will the Sorcerer Kingdom mobilize its own forces, but that affiliated troops from Marquis Raven's small personal forces, from Nea's paladins, to the legions of the Barwood Empire, to the armies of the Dwarven Kingdom and the Quagoa, as well as from all other allied and formally contracted forces, they will be all deployed and lend the entire operation international legitimacy. Because from the Sorcerer Kingdom's point of view, the official interpretation might be something like this: an elite unit from Slayn unprovokedly attacked a Floor Guardian, basically someone equivalent to a government minister. And in doing so, Slayn has decided to aid the criminal elements of the kingdom, which is just unjust. And in my opinion, that alone is a good justification. However, much like the conflict with the Kingdom of Revange, the Dwarven Kingdom, the Barwood Empire and the Dragon Kingdom, basically everyone affiliated with Ainz will also be expected to endorse and support this military action, and will also likely participate in it. And this in turn would almost completely isolate Slayn on the international stage. The extension of the conflict to allied forces is basically a consequence that it seems had rarely been discussed. But again, this will strengthen the Sorcerer Kingdom internationally. Furthermore, this escalation could also impact Arkland and the Dragon Lords there, not just Platinum, because without Zashi, the strongest godkin of Slayn, the state suddenly becomes significantly weaker. And for the New World in comparison to the Sorcerer Kingdom, and especially after Platinum's battle against Ainz, the real threat posed is that of the Sorcerer Kingdom, and not that of Slayn. In other words, Platinum might very well stand firmly by Slayn's side in this conflict with Ainz, solely to oppose Ainz using the enormous might of his own Sorcerer Kingdom to then destroy the theocracy, before turning its resources, and its by that point undead population, to the Arkland Council State. Basically, Platinum might reason that it is better to fight united instead of falling separately, one by one, like domino pieces. So even though Slayn, due to the 6 players who originally founded the state, has always been a threat to the New World and a source of Yggdrasilian influence, the Sorcerer Kingdom, which is rapidly gaining territory and allies, is likely perceived as a far greater threat by Platinum and the remaining dragons. And in that sense, I wouldn't be surprised if an alliance formed between Arkland and Slayn, with the 5 dragons of the Council State standing alongside the theocracy. And, furthermore, even Cure Elim Los Malvar, the undead dragon, would likely not remain idle, because I find it highly unlikely that he, someone with power comparable to Platinum, is unaware of this coming conflict, especially since the Sorcerer Kingdom has now existed for a year, and made a spectacular show of the spell at the beginning of its existence. And it also wasn't exactly subtle about whatever it did to the Kingdom of Riestais. And due to the battle on the Cuts Plain, Ainz reputation has likely spread far beyond the western part of the continent. And this means that another extremely powerful dragon is likely to participate in the upcoming conflict, either just before or right after it takes place. Moreover, Corpus of the Abyss has already been confirmed to exist in the canonical story in previous volumes. And the version of Cure Elim now, that we might see in the light novels and anime, is probably much stronger than the one that we saw in the Evil Eye bonus novel, simply because that bonus novel takes place 200 years before the current timeline. In contrast, Cure Elim has had an additional 200 years now to grow stronger, while Ainz own strength has remained largely stagnant, because he was and is already at level 100. Additionally, his troops, the Corpus of the Abyss, Elder Liches and Night Liches, who serve under him, will also likely enter the battle. However, the Corpus of the Abyss, meaning the Elder Liches and the Night Liches, despise Cure Elim, because he oppresses and mercilessly exploits them. Meanwhile, Ainz as a businessman could offer them a much better contract and deal, with improved working conditions and more respect, assuming he doesn't simply take control of them outright via control on that. And Cure Elim Los Malvar still despises the players, but his ruthless treatment of the Corpus could lead to a situation where he finds himself facing not only all of the undead under his own command, but also Ainz himself, because the Corpus have simply switched sides. And this means that while the 5 Dragon Council members and Cure Elim might stand on one side, united with the theocracy and its remaining forces, Ainz and the Elder, the Night Liches, would also stand on the other side. And then the question is, after 200 years worth of united leveling, did any of these Night Liches actually become an Overlord? In other words, I expect Slayn's invasion to turn into a sort of battle royale between the forces of the Sorcerer Kingdom and the Old World, along with the surviving troops of Slayn. And I also hope to see that we not only get one single big battle, but many small battles throughout basically the entire novel. Maybe the Pleiades versus the remaining Black Scripture, or General Henry the Bloody's army against Slayn's regular forces. And I mean, for many people in Slayn, this would be a world-shattering event. Imagine being a soldier of Slayn, training for years to fear and see all non-human beings as enemies, only to then witness a young farm girl leading thousands of bloodthirsty goblins into battle. This would surely break the hearts of some Goblin Slayer fans. But overall, this would also be a great opportunity to showcase everyone allied with Ainz and the Sorcerer Kingdom, from basically just its own forces, from Shelty, Cocytus and Sebas, to the Pleiades, to the new undead reinforced Imperial Legions, to the Quagoa, to Henry's army, and basically everybody else that will fight alongside the Sorcerer King. But okay, that's just my opinion and my hopes for the upcoming battle. Or what do you guys think? Let me know it down in the comment section. And with that said, please check out my German channel, my fantasy channel, and if you don't want to listen to my voice accent but are still interested in the things I have to say, I have made an AI channel narrated by almost a woman, where I use AI voiceovers for my videos. And of course the channels are all linked down in the video description. Also please check out my Patreon if you want to support me beyond just leaving a like or sub. And with that said, I say thank you very much for watching, thanks to my Patreons for supporting this channel, and as usual, I say my special thanks to Order Daddy Order, ASK, Bad Girl Yee, Bad Burrito 316, Beezer, Ben C, Brandon S, Brandon D, Chrissy, Crowley 0221, Sia, Crystal Prime, Dead Slime, Death is Mercy, Deathless Dragonlord, Demon Xenomorph 1987, Devin Downen, Ding Dong, Din Pep, Dragonlord Placido Saxophone, Duckwagon, Dunkler Krieger, Dystopia, Dystopia II, Enigmatic Unicorn, Feralchivan, Guy with That Head, Hector Marino, Hoss, Huster, Jacob G, Jana B, Jason, J. Morris, Chromius, Kyle R, Lee K. Long, Legendarius, Le Louche Britannia with a Mustache, Lexus Fox, Lord Nishikian Rai, Lord Touch Me, Loverazer, Merowek, Mr. Shoes, Mr. Tweaker, Michael R, Michael Y, Nope, Oh Hell No, Normal Toad, Oh Kill, Overlord General Gaspar, Paddy Pantum, Personage, Ruru, Primus 11, Rhinomere, Q&A Caracos P, Shergox's Daddy, Shadow Lightning Wolf, Shrine Keeper, Sir Axolotl, Super Tier Magic Batista Bomb, Supreme Cheese, Staris, Ted, Texas Deer, The Orc Warboss, Rocket Smasher, T.E. Wang, Vash Hawkeye, Vegito27, Venture Fanatic, Wilhelm, Xenokai, and Sonagon. Thanks guys. Anyway, have a nice day, and I hope to see you all again soon on my next video.